It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Sacramento Kings. Well, it was Sacramento winning their last game against the Bulls. A terrific underdog win in that last game. They're feeling good, looking to keep it up tonight. We're going to see Zach Randolph getting some minutes in this game as he hits the late stage of his career. He shifted to coming off the bench most of the time. How do you like him in that role, Kenny?
I'll tell you, he's defeating Father Time.
Oh,
because
no,
this guy,
no one's defeating
Father
Time.
This guy gives the second unit.
You can't
He's
say
coming
that.
off the
He's not
second
defeating
unit, a
Father
real big
Time.
option. But he comes in like a starter. Father Time is losing to him.
Listen, Ernie, what it is a great option to have off any bench or any team. The guy is a former All-Star, so he still has the scoring ability. You put him in with a second unit, anybody can do that. I could do that right now, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, don't get carried away.
Well, Father Time won that battle.
As we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
We are in Milwaukee, where the Bucks are looking to take one in the interconference game at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded 19-year-old from Greece, but he's been a quick study at the NBA level. One reason? He actually takes notes. He said, "We all make mistakes and your mind can't remember them all. I write what I did wrong and what worked. I'm going to keep it going. Someday, I'll have a collection." And with that dedication, Kevin, the sky is the limit for the Greek freak.
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, D.A. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? Now about halfway through the season, Brent, some teams looking great, but we still have a long way to go. We're talking about an 82-game schedule that is meant to put teams and players really to a full test.
Yeah, it's really something. I oftentimes find myself, Kevin, looking back after 14 years of playing at a team's schedule for an upcoming season, and I scratch my head and I go, wow, I used to do that? I mean, that's not easy to do.
It's very difficult. I agree. So Sacramento will get the first possession. Now Sacramento starting five. Labissiere and Cauley-Stein are the bigs. Hield is out there with Fox, and it's Richardson in at the small forward. Now here's Fox, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator. And that's one reason why his team is playing well.
Maker with the ball. Cauley-Stein defending. Here's Parker. Here's Middleton. And the rebound paying off as they pick up two on the second chance bucket right there.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Now, here's Fox. He had 13 points in the win against Chicago.
Now, Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there, just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Middleton dishes to Maker, and that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Anticipation, reads the play all the way. So close to a steal.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Parker. Sinks it after the cagey pump fake. Parker's got his first bucket in this one.
You can play good defense in this league and still be wrong. Jabari Parker making a tough one there.
Cauley-Stein passes to Fox. He's off on that one. Good D by Bledsoe. Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
And that's what happens when you become too perimeter oriented. If you're not hot, you don't score.
I think if the coaching staff goes back and looks at the film and you assess the quality of looks, they're not going to be happy about it. At times they just failed to take advantage of the openings for the best shooters.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Now here's Parker. 14 points from him the last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with it.
Here's Fox. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Now Richardson, after Jabari Parker missed from long range. Over onto Kumbo. Misses off the left iron. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is unhealed.
That's why Middleton gets the respect from the teammates here. Adept at getting to the free throw line and attacking the inside.
And he knocks down the first one. And you look at this Kings roster, and Greg, you can see the youth movement is in full effect.
Yeah, and Buddy Hield headlines the group as he comes over in that Cousins trade. Skal Labissiere and Willie Cauley-Stein, also a big part of this team's future. And then getting Fox as a rookie to kind of run the ship, another great building block.
And last season, Chris Middleton, Brent, missing most of the year with a torn hamstring.
Well, I don't think he ever quite really felt confident in what his body could provide for him last year, Kevin. And so tentative play, but a good sign for the Milwaukee Bucks that Chris Middleton will be a scoring option for them for sure.
And the dunk by Maker.
Good awareness from EB there. He knows that's his job. Get the ball to the open guys as the point guard.
Fox kicks to Labissiere. Fox against Bledsoe. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Thon Maker.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
And not many players at that position, as explosive as he is in a close game, just rose up to the challenge.
One shot.
Free throw good, Fox.
You look up and down this Bucks roster, and you have to do that. Up and down and over and side to side. Just so much length with this team. Giannis is certainly the biggest name with the biggest wingspan, but guys like Thon Maker and Tony Snell defensively, they've got great reach as well.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I love how Jabari gets to the rim and goes strong, that time up over the top.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bledsoe against Fox. Pass to Labissiere. Fox dishes to Labissiere. And now Parker pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the dunk by Parker.
There's some quick feet out there from Jabari Parker, sprinting down, gets to the open spot, and the D could not catch up.
And Brent, it seems like the Bucks are always adding length to their team.
But when most teams have gone smaller with their lineups, Milwaukee, very curiously, has collected a lot of longer players that they think can go out and do a multitude of things to make their roster a little bit more futuristic.
Bledsoe, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. Milwaukee shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him. And Brent, over the course of the last few seasons, we've seen Bledsoe move into more of a playmaking role.
Well, I think at the point guard position, you need to be a vocal leader. That's something that the coaching staff has continued and encouraged him to do. There's a lot of young players around him, and sometimes that guidance can help you be a little more consistent throughout the course of a 48-minute game.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Well, the leadership that Bledsoe keeps stepping further and further into, this is a guy you can count on to take and make big shots.
This year, kicks to Fox. Cauley Stein, a screen. Passes it to Hield. Second chance shot. And another shot. And Maker sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Here's Fox. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Here's Bledsoe. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Maker with the ball. Working on Cauley-Stein. And the basket by Maker. Maker's got his second bucket of the night. The Kings trailing. Fox with it. Labissiere with the screen for Fox. Richardson against Antetokounmpo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Richardson, good. Richardson's got his first points in this one. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe. There's a screen. He feeds it to Maker. Lets it go with a 3. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 4th assist in this one. Bledsoe against Fox. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
Yeah, really trying to sell it out there, but the official just, he ain't buying.
Brogdon, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Milwaukee leading by 3. And here is Antetokounmpo. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Now here is Hill, following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. And the basket by Hill.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
Now here's Maker. He's got 7. Here's Antetokounmpo. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Zach Randolph.
Another remarkable thing to me about Giannis is the way that he's improved so quickly and solidified the fundamental part of the game. Giannis didn't grow up playing basketball. We've heard that story before, but jumping from the Greek second division to the NBA, what a gigantic difference of competition, and he's risen to the level.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And with Giannis's background is really something incredible. Very modest beginnings. But, Brett, he's put in a lot of work to make sure he's a basketball success.
There are some players, Kevin, who just understand what it takes to be in the NBA, and Giannis is one of them. But what he's done, Kevin, is he's realized his potential. He sees what's out there, and he wants to maximize it all. And every year he's taking a leap, and those leaps seem to be bounds.
And here's the fast break. Here's Dellavedova. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Kings.
And they took a balanced approach for the most part. They didn't get caught up in any one aspect of the game. They got their points all over the floor.
And he makes the first. Brett, what about moving without the ball? Who are some of the guys that, beyond just doing it, do it with great effectiveness?
The first guy that comes to mind is J.J. Redick. Old school, in the vein of Reggie Miller, running off of multiple screens with those scattered short steps to get himself on balance, square himself up, and knock shots down. J.J. Redick, Ray Allen, Kyle Korver, great players who really, in a dying art of scoring off of the screen, have tremendous fundamentals.
Rip Hamilton, too, would always run around and take advantage of those screens, and I can see him running to my mind's eye right now.
Great call, Kevin. I often read the back of Rip Hamilton's jersey because I could not catch up with the guy.
A nice shot by Kufis. Milwaukee leading by 4. The feed to Teletovic. Back to Brogdon. Excellent D there from Hill.
It is so tough to make those kind of shots with the defense draped all over you.
But they recover it. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Carter can't get that one to fall. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Snell, no good. The Kings trail by 4. A pull-up. And he overshot that one, missing.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Now here's Henson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And it's in there.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Bucks shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Down low and stolen by Kufis. Jackson passes to Hill. Pass to Kufis. It's back to Hill. A shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Hill's got 6.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now here is Dellavedova, guarded by Jackson. Here's the screen. Here's Snell. Clock at 6. Teletovic's shot is good.
This is what his game is about. Teletovic, a catch-and-shoot player.
Hill dishes to Randolph. Pick up by Hill. Randolph kicks to Kufis. And Henson pulls it down.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
The offensive rebound. A reverse. Kufis with the block. Now here is Hill. T right on him. Here's the 3. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Bucks take it the other way. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
Yeah, a few of their reserves got some decent minutes that night, and they took the opportunity and ran with it. A lot of scoring coming off the pine in that win.
Looking at the last game for Sacramento, it was a win against Chicago.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, most of the time guys come off the bench and just try to stabilize. Tonight they got some serious points, and when you're on the road, it gives you unanticipated advantages.
Here's Randolph, following the score by John Henson. Randolph kicks to Hill. Jackson setting the pick here for Hill. Shoots from 12. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Milwaukee leading by 4. Logged in the pass to Snell. He goes up again, and there's the nice layup by Henson. Henson's got his second basket.
Well, this is where Henson gets plenty of his points, trolling the offensive glass.
Randolph a screen. Hill kicks to Randolph. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Randolph's got his first basket.
And you'll take that shot every time down. Beautiful work all the way around.
Now here is Dellavedova, guarded by Jackson. Toledovich the screen. Dellavedova dishes to Snell. Good on the bucket. Hill. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, that prevented some points, didn't it? Also, how you have that intimidation factor going early on. You wonder if in the fourth quarter they'll think back to the first.
Milwaukee leading by 6. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Sacramento. Hill is out there with Jackson. Then there's Carter. Then it's Zach Randolph. And it's Koufos in at the center, filling out the middle.
Well, Tony Snell getting a chance to play as a consistent starter last season. Again, a classic guy at the 2-guard spot where you want him to defend and hit some threes. And he made the most of his chance last year with the Milwaukee Bucks.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
And the first one drops. And for Snell, with his usage and minutes going up, he responded with better efficiency as a player.
He was much better from deep and from the floor overall last year, Kevin, settling into the role as the off guard for the Bucks, and he just looked much more comfortable shooting the three.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
I feel like the strength of this Milwaukee Buck team is in their wing play. A great collection of talent who can mix and match and play a bunch of positions. A lot of switchable defenders out there. And most of their scoring production comes from that wing position.
Now here's Randolph. A 14-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
A lot of those plays came off tremendous hustle. He was committed to ripping down as many rebounds as he possibly could in this one.
And Brent, with the Bucks, they are a team that can mix and match with all their options on the perimeter.
Well, the Bucks most night have an advantage, certainly on the wings, with Giannis out there and how versatile and awkward he is to play against. Jabari Parker and company. That's a lot of the scoring load from the wing position along with Middleton, and they score at an efficient rate. They'd like to get a little bit more shooting. That could make them devastating offensively.
And the first one at the line is good.
Randolph was an Indiana State champion coming out of high school, so you know the pressure of the NBA doesn't bother him. There's nothing more intense than that when you talk about that Indiana high school tournament.
Good on both. Hey, Brent, we know there's a lot of John, a lot of communication out there on the floor. And when you were playing, who was the best trash talker you ever went up against?
Well, I played with the notorious one in Seattle by the name of Gary Payton. A lot of people put him pretty high up on their list. I also remember one Bonzi Wells at his time when he was with the Portland Trailblazers and Sacramento Kings, being a bit lippy. And then occasionally there would be a John Barry talking to me, but
really,
I never listened to him growing up, Kevin, so why would I listen to him on the court?
Good way to approach it. The Kings trail by 6. Jackson has the open look. Off target from outside. Brogdon against Hill. Toledovich the screen. Brogdon the pass to Snell. Brogdon kicks to Snell. Shot clock at 6. Back to Brogdon. Puts up a 3. Here's Henson. Plays it up and banks it in. Henson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bucks.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Randolph, and he goes big with the dunk right over John Henson.
Oh my, he's rising up and bringing the wood on that one. Could be just what they need to pick up their energy.
Oh, Greg, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet, I'll say that. The Kings trail by 8. Timeout is called, first of the game for Sacramento. With Dellavedova on the team, he just seems, Brent, to be the perfect fit with the rest of the roster.
Well, Dellavedova the year before, Kevin, had one of the best catch-and-shoot percentages in the NBA. So if Giannis is getting any kind of added attention out there on the perimeter, having Delly spotted up, able to shoot the 3, that helps out your offense a bit.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Sacramento making some changes. Now, here's Fox. He dishes it to Heel. 6 to shoot. Labissiere, the screen. Here's Fox. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Bucks leading by 8. He lobs it up.
Eric Bledsoe concentrating right now on dishing it out, trying to find some of his open teammates.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Fox dishes to Labissiere. And no good. Good D by Parker. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Bledsoe outside. That one off the back iron and out. The Kings trail by 10. In the corner, it's Richardson. Nails the wide open jump shot. Richardson's got his second basket of the night. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Bledsoe kicks to Middleton, and he makes that one. And the Bucks lead by 10.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Labissiere with the screen for Fox. The dish to Heel. And the 3 off target.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, guarding Antetokounmpo is really difficult because of how awkward he can get around the floor and how much space he can take up.
Now here's Labissiere. A 14-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
He also had 2 blocks that really impacted that game, guys. He really made his presence known.
Here is Bledsoe. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Here's Parker with the 3, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. And that's now 9 points for Parker. Fox kicks to Richardson. Feeds to Hield. Labissiere, the screen. Hield with it. Now guarded by Maker. It's stolen by Maker. Parker drives in. That's tipped, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's his first foul. The Kings trail by 13. Fox passes to Labissiere. Hield sets the pick for Labissiere. And there's the pass to Fox. Labissiere, the screen. Fox dishes to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And Fox is a solid passer, knows how to get the ball to his guys when they're ready to let it go.
Now Bledsoe. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Ray, you played all 4 years in college after redshirting your freshman season. What kind of advantage, as you look back on that, do you think it gave you, if any, in preparing for the pressures and the style of the NBA?
I don't know so much, Kevin, if it gave me an advantage with regards to the pressures of the league, but certainly with regards to the physicality of the league, it's something that I desperately needed. Just a late developer, a late bloomer. I think I was about 175 pounds when I went off to college. Not a preferential playing weight for the NBA, so I needed that year just in terms of the maturity of what I needed physically.
Here's Parker, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Yeah, how about Parker weaving his way through the defense, but being aggressive and strong in attacking the rim.
And last season, Jabari Parker added a consistent three-pointer to his tool set as a scorer.
You think about the first few games, averaging about 13, Kevin, then jumped it up to 19, and then all of a sudden, you get to December, and he's averaging over 20 a game. So for Jabari to have that kind of consistency and that kind of improvement and gain his confidence, he's got to feel good that if he gets back to health, he can still do damage in the NBA.
The first free throw is good.
And the Kings, for so long, had not been active in free agency. You have to like the moves this organization has made to bring in some vets in the offseason. Randolph and Hill bring a lot of experience and leadership to the locker room.
And Parker drops them both. And Greg, the Kings wanted to have veteran leaders, and that's what they've got right now.
And the Kings are in a rebuild mode, and you need vets to lead that process. Show the youngsters the right way to do things, and I think the Kings have started to make some very savvy moves here as they begin this rebuild.
And Fox gets it to go.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Now here's Middleton. He has 7. Maker kicks to Bledsoe. Back to Maker. Over Cauley-Stein. Maker misses. The Kings trail by 14. Here's Fox. 5 points in the game. In the corner, it's Hield. Labissiere, the screen. Off the screen. Hield can't hit.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Fox passes to Cauley-Stein. Rebound, Milwaukee. Maker's got 4 rebounds in this game. Parker dishes to Middleton. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Got a piece of it, and Bledsoe has it in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Kings trail by 16. Hield with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Hield kicks to Labissiere. Dishes it to Fox. High post, Cauley Stein. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Cauley Stein's got 6 here in this quarter.
And at his height, you have to like what he gives you as a shooter.
But when he squares up from the medium range, there's little things you could do to stop him.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Labissiere, the pass to Fox. On the wing, Hield. 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Cauley Stein. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Cauley Stein's got 16 points.
Yeah, even though Hield can pull up from anywhere, you love that he's always looking to find a shot for his teammate.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Offensive rebound. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Cauley Stein.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
Now here's Bledsoe. 5 points in the game. Antetokounmpo dishes to Maker. It's rebounded by Labissiere. Labissiere's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Hield. High post, Cauley Stein. The rebound by the Bucks. Maker's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Parker. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Kings trail by 12. Fox with it. He has 5. Scooped up. Cauley Stein. Good D by Parker.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Now here's Maker. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Well, after the knee injury that Parker suffered as a rookie, you just really hoped all that explosiveness would come back. It did in a big way. Unfortunately, had another tear of the ACL, which started the process over again. But given his track record, I think he'll be back to form.
And with Parker, that ability to cover so much distance so quickly is what makes him a tough assignment as a defender. Brett, you know, you hope the explosiveness can return after his latest setback.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He worked very hard to get it back just last season, and I expect him to do the same. And he just kept getting stronger as the season went on. That combination of Parker and Giannis on the wing started making people look at the Bucks in a little bit different light. And when Jabari's at full strength, boy, can he be explosive.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Jackson kicks to Hill. Randolph, a screen on Teletovic. With the teardrop. Rebounded by the Bucks. 1:39 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Dellavedova. And Henson kicks to Snell. Here's Brogdon. That shot no good. Hill with some nice D. Here's Carter. The putback, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Bucks leading by 13. It's Brogdon on the wing. Passes it to Henson. To the middle. Teletovic's shot is good. Teletovic has got his second basket.
That's an effective shot on the inside. Teletovic stays patient there and finishes.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The feed to Randolph. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, they call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he can't get the first one. You know, as you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up, he can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Now here is Dellavedova, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. It's Brogdon on the wing. He's guarded by Hill. Henson's shot is off. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Carter kicks to Hill. And here's Koufos. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. Shot off the pick. Randolph draws the double. A nice shot by Koufos.
Even double team, he had the vision to see the open man.
And so it's Jabari Parker making things happen for the Milwaukee Bucks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, you guys were able to get the lead. What was the key to getting all those open shots?
It was just getting stops, getting rebounding, getting out and pushing, finding lanes, finding open guys.
And you made the most of it, Chris. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Jabari Parker. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They are definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Kings.
They're being far less aggressive than they ought to be. The free throw differential is huge right now. It's threatening to determine the outcome of the game. So they have to get into the lane and challenge defenders to make them try to stop you.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Welcome back to the Great Lakes. We're back on the shores of Lake Michigan here in Milwaukee, in the buildings in the background at Sunset in Wisconsin. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. It's been one outstanding game from Willie Cauley-Stein.
And through 2 quarters, surprising how aggressive he was offensively.
You know what? That guy's not going to hurt us. Don't worry about him. Boom. Supporting role, and then he puts some points on you. They better make an adjustment.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Bucks leading by 12. All the big Bucks up front. Giannis, Parker, and Maker. Bledsoe is out there with Chris Middleton. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here's Parker. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Parker's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Bucks. Healed the pass to Cauley-Stein. Down low. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist from Cauley-Stein. 7 points for De'Aaron Fox. Milwaukee's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Middleton left side. Comes up empty down low. The Kings trail by 12. Healed with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Healed, can't hit.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Richardson, that's short off the rim. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Parker sets the screen for Bledsoe. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And they get it back. Here's Antetokounmpo. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 11 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Fox kicks to Labissiere. To the paint. That's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. The Bucks #1.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end, and you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
Parker with the steal. Outside for Bledsoe. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Another shot, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Man, that's great signs. Take the contact, keep your focus, and still get the score.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
One shot, gentlemen.
Get the feeling that Milwaukee hit the jackpot with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Rare to get a superstar as elite as that in the draft, but they found him. He's the biggest superstar that this team has had probably since Michael Redd or Ray Allen.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Now here's Parker. He's got 19. No good there off the double clutch. They're looking now at a sizable deficit.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to really rush the game. And they need to avoid that.
Here's Labissiere. And Labissiere throws it down.
And really, the agility that Labissiere possesses is outstanding. Exceptionally quick, even on the drive.
Now here's Bledsoe. 5 points in the game. Parker, right side. Here's Maker, the second chance effort. Cauley Stein grabs the board. The Kings trail by 14. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Labissiere. He feeds it to Fox. Back to Labissiere. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
And really like it when Labissiere goes up with the mid-range there. When the D stays off of him, he has got to make them pay.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 11. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Kings. Labissiere's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Right, big scoring run fueled by great game planning and really some great shot making.
Middleton with it, covered by Hield. Middleton dishes to Antetokounmpo. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. There's Maker. They can't stop the run with that one. The Kings trail by 10. Now here's Hield. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits. Hield's got 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Antetokounmpo against Richardson. Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker for 3. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now he's just lighting him up.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And well, last season for the Kings, they were in the hunt for a good stretch there early on, but kind of fell out of playoff contention and finally decided to pull the trigger and trade DeMarcus Cousins. It marked a major direction change that this team, I think, wanted to make.
And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Cauley-Stein.
And the three ball really hurting them right now, taking way too many bad shots from deep. Yeah, they've had some decent looks, but when it's not falling, it's hurting your cause. I wouldn't say to go away entirely from the three, but they've got to do a better job of only taking a three when it's a great shot.
And the Cousins deal, Greg, has really been examined, but what is clear is that the Kings wanted to get younger and start rebuilding.
And you can argue if the trade was the right move or not, but management felt it was. The team's thinking was they wanted to change the atmosphere of the locker room, fully committed to bringing in youth and doing things from the ground up.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Hield. Averaging 17 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Fox passes to Hield. He dishes it to Fox. Cauley-Stein with a screen on Bledsoe. 5 to shoot. Here's Fox. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. It's on Von Maker. Greg, you asked a lot of GMs. De'Aaron Fox, probably the fastest player in this year's rookie class.
And he plays at 1 speed. That's lightning. I mean, he's got speed to burn. And maybe not quite as fast as, say, John Wall, but he isn't far behind. He uses that quickness well also in terms of just busting seams on the offense. And at the other end, he can be an outstanding defender as he was at Kentucky.
That free throw, no good.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
The Bucks making a switch here. Dellavedova's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And the Kings struggled last season, Greg. They did so because they just couldn't get stops in the defensive end.
And defense, something that this team will struggle with at times. A lot of it is they don't protect the rim or close out, particularly on that three-point shot. And so much of defense just boils down to challenging shooters whenever you can. It's about giving more effort on that side of the ball.
Now here's Hield. He's got 5. Baseline try. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. Parker's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Antetokounmpo up top. Richardson covering. Here's Parker. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Parker's got 10 points in just the second half. There's the dish to Hield. Feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Over Maker. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. Bucks leading by 10. Dellavedova with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. Parker dishes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Parker. Double team on Parker. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cauley-Stein's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Hield kicks to Richardson. The pass to Cauley-Stein. Fox against Bledsoe. Fox, no good.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
He was all alone on that one. Richardson's got it back down to single digits for the Kings.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
Maker kicks to Dellavedova. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Always take time to think about Jason Kidd and his career, having played against him in high school in the Bay Area in Oakland as he was a star of St. Joseph's. There's no question that back then he had the acumen and the intellect to be a coach. Was always that on the floor during his career, and doing it now in Milwaukee.
shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And as you said, Brent, Kidd, one of the great minds in the game, who was a coach on the floor long before he was a coach on the sideline.
I think it's interesting for Jason Kidd and where he is now, because all these young players need experience to get smarter, and Jason is so smart. So I think he's waiting for a time where all of that intellect can catch up, and then everybody can be on the same page.
So he gets them both.
The Australian-born Matthew Dellavedova, another success story from the land down under.
Brogdon against Hill, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the Pacers trading away the coveted George Hill. Going into last season, they wanted more of a passer at the point guard position.
And that's the one thing about Hill. He's more of a combo guard than a true point. He keeps his turnovers low, but as far as creating a ton of shots for his teammates, that's not really his game.
The free throw drops for Hill. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. If you ever did decide to go into coaching, Brent, would you also like to be the general manager to ensure you have the players you really want to coach?
Well, I'd also like a new car and a Learjet, Kevin. If I could get those two, I'll try my best. But
I hear you. I know.
I really think that relegating that role to somebody else that you can be on the same page with is the best way to go. It's a fresh set of eyes.
That's the key. I totally agree.
Fresh set of eyes, and they have the time to devote to what your team and your roster is going to need while you make sure you're developing the roster yourself. So I think having a general manager do his job and a coach do his job might be the way that I would prefer to do things, although we've seen other guys have success in both roles.
And with that, the Bucks lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Zach Randolph.
He might not elevate like some of the other guys on the court, but as we've learned, Randolph knows how to get the ball in the basket.
Now here is Dellavedova, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Teletovic misses. Outside Jackson, and Hill has it in the corner. Keeps it alive, and the second chance effort by Randolph. Randolph's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, he plays with a bit of a sixth sense around the offensive glass. Perfect position for the easy tip-in.
Pass to Brogdon. Over Hill. Can't hit that one. And the Kings going the other way now. Here's Carter. Rebound collected by Snell. Bucks leading by 5. And Teletovic kicks to Henson. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And slam dunk by Henson.
They don't want John Henson getting in that close. Feels like he could just reach up while he's on the ground and still get that done.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Hill kicks to Randolph. Dishes to Carter. 18 feet out. Milwaukee with the rebound. To the wing right side. Here's Snell, defended by Carter. Stolen by Jackson. Inside, here's Hill. It's good, the assist this time from Jackson. 10 points for George Hill.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Now Brogdon. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Teletovic the screen. Henson the pass to Dellavedova. Stolen by Jackson. Carter for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. And now just a 2-point Bucks lead. Brogdon with it. He's picked up by Hill. Brogdon kicks to Henson. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Henson's got 10 points in the game. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Having an efficient 3-point attack. Very tough to defend. Let's see some of the best. In the third spot, the Bucks.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
That one is off. And he sinks the second. 59 seconds left to play in the third. Dellavedova kicks to Brogdon. Passes it to Teletovic. Here's Dellavedova. Kufis with the block.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions.
Pass to Brogdon. Fires from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Bucks lead by 6.
It's foolish leaving anyone that wide open from outside the arc. The D has got to be better.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Hill dishes to Carter. He kicks it to Jackson. The feed to Kufis. And the pass to Randolph. Shot clock at 6. Back to Kufis. Lays it up off the glass. Kufis has got 6. There's Brogdon. And so it's Jabari Parker making things happen for Milwaukee. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now let's hear what head coach Dave Yeager was reviewing with his team.
Keep them moving. Don't let them stand and get set up and steam up.
And that's Dave Yeager laying out the key points for his team over this next stretch.
Yeah, I mean, he really wants the ball and his guys to remain in constant motion. Keep the defense on defense.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Carter out there with Zach Randolph. Then there's Kufis. Then there's Jackson. And it's Hill in at the 1. Here's Kufis. Count the basket. Kufis has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Sacramento.
And really at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, and you know who your Warriors are by plays like that. They make it when it matters most.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And one of the things I love about Chris Middleton is his decision making. You know, he doesn't force shots or passes when he has the ball and just lets the play develop. And that's why coaches trust him so much.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. And with Middleton and his decision-making, it's true for both his scoring and his passing.
For the amount he facilitates, he has great efficiency. Low turnovers, solid field goal percentage, and his passing gets better every year.
Good on the second free throw.
The versatility Middleton offers up is exceptional. A capable defender, a good scorer, an effective shooter. Those are the kind of switchblade players the coaches love.
Now here is Carter. Hill has the open look. Again, missing Hill.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
It's deflected. They retain possession. That doesn't go either for Randolph. Bucks leading by 3. Middleton outside. Brogdon against Hill. Right wing. Shoots from 14. And that one hits back iron. The Kings trail by 3. Outside Jackson. Randolph with the ball. Outside Hill. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Milwaukee's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Teletovic passes to Henson. Kicks it to Snell. Over Carter. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Randolph. Parker's checked in for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo comes in for Tony Snell. And the Kings also making a change. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Jackson. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Randolph. And now Sacramento on the break. And here is Hield. Outside Hill. Back to Hield. It's deflected.
Well, the long arms of Middleton getting up there on defense and throwing that one away.
Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. And there it is for him. And the Bucks lead by 5.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
Now, here's Parker. And here's Brogdon from the arc. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one. Hill against Brogdon. Hill dishes to Koufos. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. A different look for Milwaukee. Maker comes in for John Henson. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Koufos. Labissiere comes in for Zach Randolph. Malachi Richardson, he's checked in for Vince Carter. And it's Fox in for George Hill. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Parker with it. Out-defended by Cauley Stein. Parker's shot is off. The Kings trail by 6. There's the dish to Hield. Back to Richardson. Sacramento moving it around. Labissiere, the screen. Cauley Stein with the screen for Hield. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
It's good.
Well, Giannis is taking over this game. He is all over the place and very active on offense right now.
Richardson kicks to Hield. Labissiere, the screen. And shot on the way. And that one swishes right in. And that's now 7 points for Buddy Hield.
That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
Screen by Parker. There's a good screen. To the wing on the left. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 8th assist in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now here's Hield. Cauley Stein, a screen. From deep, Richardson. They grab their own miss. They shoot again. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
Middleton outside. He feeds it to Maker. He dishes it to Bledsoe. Here's Antetokounmpo. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. The Kings trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
They set the pick. Here's Labissiere. No good from outside. The Bucks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, go ahead and get in front of that if you want to. Man, with a dunk by Giannis.
Here's Fox. Feeds it to Labissiere. Takes a 3. Richardson missing again. And it's the Bucks ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Kicks it down to Middleton. Maker with a screen for Middleton. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Hield.
Think about Eric Bledsoe in the early part of his career as an understudy to Chris Paul out of college, learning from both him and Chauncey Billups. That ain't bad. Didn't come into his own until he was finally traded and became a full-time starter.
The first free throw is good. And with Bledsoe, you hear him talk about getting traded, and it was a big moment for him in his career.
Well, sometimes you need a change of scenery, Kevin, and then other times teams tell you here comes a change of scenery. But Eric Bledsoe has shown under the tutelage of Chris Paul in the early part of his career in Los Angeles that he's ready to head up a franchise.
Second free throw, no good. The Kings trail by 11. Richardson kicks to Fox. Cauley Stein, a screen. Shot by Hield, nobody around, and a miss there on the triple.
He just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
Outside for Bledsoe. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Bledsoe. Fox with the steal. Here's Hield. Here's Cauley Stein. Here's Labissiere. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And that one falls for Labissiere.
At 6'11" and about 225 pounds, Labissiere is a long guy, someone who uses that size to his advantage.
And so he makes both from the line. Bucks leading by 9. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Middleton with a screen for Bledsoe. Middleton outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
Hield kicks to Cauley Stein. To the inside, Fox. It's tipped. Antetokounmpo against Richardson, and Bledsoe has it in the corner. And it's Parker in the corner, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 9 assists now tonight. Now here's Hield. Tight defense on him. Down low. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
The Kings trail by 12. To the inside. Here's Labissiere, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Bledsoe against Fox. Bledsoe passes to Maker. Dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Shoots. Maker misses.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Fox kicks to Cauley-Stein. Rebound, Milwaukee. Maker's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
Richardson, no luck.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Bledsoe dishes to Middleton. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Antetokounmpo's got 23 points.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
They set the screen. Cauley-Stein a screen. Three-pointer, Hield. Sacramento gets it back. Red ball movement here by the Kings. Richardson, good.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They lead by 9. 1:58 left here in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Here's Fox. Following the basket by Thon Maker. Cauley-Stein a screen. Fox kicks to Labissiere. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Richardson. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Here's Cauley-Stein. And Maker sends it back. Middleton outside. Maker with a screen for Parker. Back to Middleton. Shoots the three. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. The Kings trail by 11. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Cauley-Stein a screen. Bledsoe against Fox. Richardson for three, and another three for Sacramento.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Another miss by Middleton. Shot on the wing. Milwaukee with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Parker. Missed inside. And here are the Kings now. 8-point game. Richardson. Cauley-Stein. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's really a tale of two quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Bledsoe outside. And so the Bucks take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride, and you have certainly had adversity with the knee injuries the last few years. How have you been able to battle through them?
It's been tough, to tell you the truth, but, you know, the race is not won to the swift, but the one to endure, so I'm trying to keep that motive.
You have certainly endured and thrived, Jabari. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.